Hello, everyone. You are live with Johnathan Maness, aka the One-Leg Bandit, and today we are continuing along our RockTape talk. Everyone knows we've been awarded a 5-year BPA with the VA and the DoD for all RockTape products, and we're very proud of that because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a lot of our veterans off of painkillers. You know, instead of just popping a painkiller whenever you're feeling bad or have an ailment, try some RockTape, try something out. And today I have a special guest, Lori. She's going to be going over what she does with her line of business. I'm going to put all of her website and everything up as we go through the live so you can click and join her mailing list. But she's just an outstanding RockTape advocate and just really helping all folks out there, anybody from construction workers to, veterans alike, whatever it takes to help this fight. But I'm going to go ahead and bring in Lori now. Hey, Lori.
Hello. Thanks for having me on, Johnathan.
Well, thank you so much for being here. And what we're trying to do at Maness Veteran Medical, get this product out to the VA and give them a top quality tape to work with and get off painkillers. And you've been fighting the fight. You've been out there in the field, going around, sharing your message and sharing what you do. And if you would, please just let everyone know what your focus is.
My focus is saving the world from injury and pain is kind of my focus for sure. I happen to own a business that works with blue collar industries and preventing injury through dealing with aches and pains at the early start and teaching them movement and how not to be knuckleheads while they're doing physical work all the time. So that's what I do. My background's in exercise science and I'm a sports massage therapist. So taking all that knowledge with biomechanics, brought it into my business. Running into RockTape was just a perfect storm of events to be able to round out all my tools to help save the world from injury and pain. So most of the time I deal with things, I really want to deal with it in prevention land, not always after.
And same here, a lot of the veterans, they are always doing stuff to get hurt. It's just their line of industry. Same as the folks that you're dealing with in construction and things that matter. It's very dangerous, very heavy lifting, not lifting properly. And RockTape offers a solution where they can get through their day better. Do you agree?
Most definitely. It's something that I love that you're doing this because just more people in general, let alone veterans and blue collar workers, need to understand that there's this great tool out there that can help you get through your day, but also, help you feel better after the end of the workday and playtime. And when you really want your body to have its best movement is, when you're trying to enjoy your life from there. And I do have a lot of veterans that are in blue collar fields right now. And just a lot of veterans that I know personally that they know that I can't really shut up about it.
Well, hey, this is not a forum to shut up about it. This is where you get to talk and to tell everyone about what you're doing. So anyone that's watching this live right now, the comments are open. If you have any questions for Lori or myself, please hit us up. We've also got our contact information here in the chat so you can reach Lori and get involved because, what she's doing is outstanding. You got to get involved, get on her mailing list, and just let her teach you what she has going on. So Lori, if you would, let's go all the way back. How did you get started with RockTape? When did you start to realize the effects that it has for the body?
As a forever skeptic myself of every new latest and greatest fad, I had seen kinesiology tape around here and there. My mom had a PT apply it. And she was kind of explaining how it was working and, it's holding my kneecap in place. And I just was like, it just doesn't sound right. So I was kind of skeptical for a while, but it just so happens that I was in the same geographical area as Steve Capobianco, and just learning more about the tape made me get really curious and take the education courses that RockTape has, which is my most favorite part about RockTape is that they are not just tape. They're all about the education of it. So like anything I'm a skeptic of, I'm going to dive in, learn about it, and take all angles, and really started to love what the tape was doing for me and anyone that I was trying it out with. And then in my safety circles, so my company works with the safety and ergonomics branch of companies. So learning about OSHA guidelines and first aid. Being a massage therapist, I knew that massage therapy is perfect for first aid treatment of early aches and pains. And reading more into that, I found out, oh, well, kinesiology tape is also designated as a first aid treatment. And then having a conversation with Dr. Capo and saying, hey, did you know this? And how great it is for helping on the preventative end in blue collar industry. And just from that first conversation, it was like, oh, and we can do this and we can do that. And just has been excellent, on fire since then.
Isn't it amazing? It just gets you caught up in it, and then you go with it. My first experience, I'm an amputee, and whenever I used it on my good leg, I realized the weight, how it helped me carry my weight better, and how I just felt better, and how it was throwing off, how my back was getting thrown off by putting all this weight on my fake leg, on my good leg, from trying to care for my fake leg. So then I was like, okay, there's something to this, and that was my believer moment. And you're telling me, kind of about your believer moment when you tried it out. But what is some of the effects that you're seeing out there in the field when you're using it daily? What are some good things that you're hearing?
My favorite ones are usually low back aches and stuff. So so my business has a service, either virtual or on-site, that's called early intervention services. So if a company gets a complaint from someone that their back's been bothering them, then they call me, and we it's a lot of education appointment. But when I can just have a conversation with one of the workers that they're like, well, my back's been bothering me when I do this or that. And I'm like, have you ever heard of RockTape? Have you tried any kinesiology tape? And they're like, no, not at all. And we end up putting some on in a certain part. And all of a sudden, I check in with them later. Sometimes it's immediate. It's not always immediate, but usually the day after, they were like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. The smiles and the relief, I guess, that I can get from giving that to someone is so rewarding. And like you said, these blue collar trades, anyone in the military, they're putting their body through a lot and not really always thinking about, oh, well, I was supposed to warm up first, or I'm supposed to do this afterwards to recover, or I'm supposed to watch my body position while I'm doing it. They're just thinking about getting the job done, right? So they're in that mode, and all of a sudden, if they get something that helps them do their job better without having to think about that pain, hugely grateful. And I just love to see it.
Me too. So tell me a little bit, let's go deep, let's dig a little bit deeper into you. Let everyone know exactly, what you do when you're out in the field. Like, I saw that you just went to Alabama, and I see the videos of you helping the workers out there stretch out properly and do the right things. Can you let people know, first of all, about your mission, but how it's helping and how you track it as you move forward?
Definitely. Well, my Alabama trip is kind of my separate thing for RockTape, because I am an instructor for RockTape, and we developed a specific course that's FMT for industry. So it's the basic training class, the basic tape class, and then for industry. So it makes it a little more industry specific, because there's a couple of, conversations that are different with a blue collar worker than an athlete. Athletes will come in and they'll just like, okay, throw off their shirt, tape my shoulder. It's a different conversation. So we have a more specialized course that's for industry. So I get to go around and teach those classes that are for RockTape, which is absolutely wonderful. My business then uses RockTape as those early intervention appointments. But one of the other things that my business does is we have training programs for movement and understanding mobility, understanding just how your body works. We troubleshoot material handling when, if it is oil and gas, I'm on site, we're teaching the lifting of iron, how best to, when there's situations that aren't even possible, and then bringing in this conversation of the tape. RockTape's not only great for relieving pain, inflammation. I also had somebody call it awareness tape. It's awareness tape. It's understanding that if they're like crouched in some confined space and doing something, they'll feel the tape stretch and they're like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to think about my body at this time. So it's a great conversation to have with then trainings, that there's also this additional tool that can help you just be more aware of your movement. Because like we said before, they're not always thinking about that.
Well, I know that you'd be willing to go into any VA and help them as well, because like you said in the very beginning, the best part about RockTape and working with RockTape not only is the caliber of people that we're working with every day. I love them all. They're right here for you. When they say they're there for you, they are truthfully there for you. But they're also, the training aspect is huge. Do you know there's a huge difference in just selling tape, and hoping somebody slaps it on right, or thinking you know what you're doing? Because I know this myself, because I learned improperly the first time just trying to put it on myself. And then when you get it put on right, the real effects of the stretchiness of the tape. And I know that the training comes in big time there with all aspects, no matter where you're taping, your back, your shoulders, your knee. Are you definitely seeing that? And also in comparison to other tapes, because I've seen other tapes out there, I feel that RockTape is just a cut above. It's just the quality, the texture feels better, a lot better to me. And I wanted to get your take on that as well.
Definitely. So in regards to the training, it's definitely fabulous to learn all the different ways and techniques that you can tape different parts of the body, how to tape, stretch levels, things like that. I'm gonna also say that because you can buy it online yourself, and you can put it on yourself, like you were saying. Sometimes it doesn't go so great the first time, but what I love, it's a really low risk, right? You might irritate your skin a little bit or something like that, or it just doesn't work as well. But it's something that if I'm trained to do it, if I'm seeing somebody up to like 3 times and their shoulder keeps bugging them or something like that, and we're still also working on movement and wellness, if I've seen them more than 3 times, I'm going to give them a little video of what we're doing and help them, so that's like a little micro training, so they're able to help themselves initially, right? So the training is great and good for anyone on site already that's doing any sort of first aid services. It's great for safety professionals to learn and know about. But I got to say, and even if someone's going to go in to their VA and ask for this, it is also really easy to put on yourself. You just have to practice makes perfect, right? I think, as you've probably found out, there's certain tricks to getting in and around on different areas of the body, but overall, it's really simple. But the training, if you're really wanting to geek out on it, helps a lot. You can dive down a bunch of rabbit holes to really figure out the science behind it.
Yep, and the training helped me so much in actually learning how to properly cut out the tape and have it prepared for day to day. Just different things that you want to deal with when you start moving like this, and just trying to deal with whatever ailment. Because I can let you know, Lori, whenever I first lost my leg and started learning how to walk, that your body doesn't know what's going on, and RockTape really helped me out tremendously.
It's great for that. And that's why I call it awareness tape, right? It's just, you got to understand where your body is and learn new movements.
Absolutely. So tell me, what is some future plans that you have with RockTape? I mean, where do you see this going? What are you trying to do? And where do you want to get to with RockTape?
Really just get the word out more. I think one of my best examples recently on people not exactly knowing what RockTape does is on social media. I have a TikTok account and I do little things here and there on how to apply RockTape. And I was on vacation and in the beach area, lots of hard surfaces around the resort that I was at. I know for me that if I RockTape the bottom of my feet, it helps my movement awareness. It helps me use my body better. My back doesn't hurt as much, or my hip doesn't hurt as much. You use your feet a lot walking around all those places. So I came up with this little video on how to put it on the feet. It was rolling off. I said, ooh, hey, I can do this little cutout for the toes. so it like wrapped around the toes and the toes went through it. And then it was down the bottom of my foot. So 5 million views later, of most everybody going, what is this? And why would you do that for flip-flops? And I'm like, no, it's not for flip-flops. It's for pain relief and movement awareness and, all these different things. It was really a fun, educational moment for a lot. I mean, some people weren't always the most kind, but a lot of times it was like, hey, this is really what it's for. And they're like, oh, so that can help me with my plantar fasciitis. Oh, so that can help me with my lower back pain. Oh, it just opened up a flood. So my plan is always educating more and more people and having them understand that rather than go straight to meds, straight to painkillers, you have options and you have these things that could definitely help. RockTape helps knock down the pain. It's not magic for everybody and you're pain free, but it definitely helps it be more tolerable for lots of people. So educating everybody is my main goal.
Well, I would say, Lori, you are a champion at educating because 5 million views. Come on now. I've been working nonstop. And you hit 5 million on TikTok. Congratulations on that. It takes so much drive. And then maybe sometimes you might get lucky. You put something out there that's never been seen. And that's the cool thing about, what we're doing and the way that we're living. I mean, I know when you put that video on TikTok, there's no way that you thought you was going to hit 5 million people it didn't, a few days. It didn't take long, did it, Lori?
No, it ramped up really quick. I'm not a huge, I do love TikTok. I'm not one of the huge influencers or anything like that. And I do have to say that TikTok loves RockTape. We have a colleague also in our RockTape instructor group that she is a chiropractor for equine and horses and animals. And she puts the tape on horses and does her courses on that. She got like 10 million views or something like that. It's just this sign of, it's curious, it's new still. And I want it to not be as new. I want people to understand that it's not just athletes that get it, that you too can go to, online and buy some RockTape and learn how to put it on. And then what I love is it's not the Band-Aid of a painkiller. It's not the Band-Aid of even anti-inflammatories. It also has you think more about your movement, like you're saying on your working leg versus, your low back. How is that feeling? It just gets you to be more personally responsible for your own movement and care, which is my other soapbox of the moment. I think over this last year, we need to really dive down and get honest with the fact that we need to be more personally responsible for our health and wellness for the long haul, and not just temporary things. So I love the fact that I can have these conversations with people just after applying some RockTape.
Outstanding. And, Lori, if you would, I want you to help me in my message to let everyone know that the VA has put RockTape through a standardization panel. We have a 5-year blanket purchase agreement for RockTape. Basically what that means, you ask your primary care provider, you ask your physical therapy department, prosthetics department, say, I need RockTape. They will get it for you. All they have to do is ask their prime vendor buyer. Their prime vendor buyer will have it there for you. It'll go through Maness Veteran Medical. And we fought for this for our veterans. So they have an option to get off the painkillers and to learn about their body and to help heal their body in a much safer fashion. I want you to know, 2 cases of tape is cheaper than 1 pill in a lot of cases, that people are paying crazy amounts of money. And I don't want to get into money because I'm not about that, but I want to let you know that that it is a huge amount of money for a painkiller compared to RockTape. So please utilize the safer version if you can, and just know that Maness Veteran Medical is here trying to help. And Lori, I promise I will always promote your videos and help you grow as well, because you've taken your time to help promote the brand. And we know what we're doing. We're on the same mission, and I really appreciate you. I always give my guests the last word, so please tell me, do you have any other thoughts or anything you'd like to say to the viewers?
I think just overall, one of the great things that being introduced to RockTape does, if you're asking for it and learning about it in your own journey of pain, is that we're also hoping to create like new behaviors, new expectations. I think I run into so many people that have pain in their knee or their back or their elbow, and they're like, oh, well, I'm just going to get surgery. So might as well just, pop these painkillers until I finally get surgery. I think I really want a shift in that mentality of, look, there's certain things, maybe you might end up getting surgery, who knows? But there's so many different things that you can do along the way before that happens. And all these great tools that don't put you at risk for ending up being addicted to any sort of opioids, or really just the pattern of going right to pills as a solution, in my opinion, needs to be a big behavior shift. And that's one of my goals. Just think on the prevention end of side, move better so you can feel better, work better, and play harder.
Amen on that. And you know this, Lori, whenever people even just take one painkiller, sometimes some people can't even just handle one. It gets in their system, and then it becomes a major problem. And one turns into five or 10 bottles, and then you got a major problem, So, and I've seen it happen to the best of people that just, you would never think that it could happen to, and it's something that needs to be talked about. Education is the right way to do things, and we are educating, and I just appreciate your time. So thank you, Lori, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I just appreciate you, okay?
You are so welcome. Thank you for having me on. I love your message, and I love to help you with that message.
Well, thank you. And whenever anything new comes up, Lori, come back on. I mean, this platform is for all of the folks. If you have a message you got to get out, let's do it. And you can market it however you need to do it. Okay.
Most definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So everyone, that was Lori Frederic, and just an outstanding talk about RockTape today, and also her business and what she's doing. Please look at all of her links in the chat. Reach out to her. Any questions you might have, she will be right there for you. I know it. I just know you can tell the way a person is right out the gate. So, Lori is there for you, and in the same battle that we are, just making sure that people know what is going on. So RockTape, I just want to say thank you to you. You're an outstanding partner. I love being your SDVOSB and love having a 5-year blanket purchase agreement with you. All the prime vendors that are watching out there, this product is here for our veterans. We need you to know that. Any VA throughout the country, just share the love. Share this little link out and let them know. All you have to do is ask your prime vendor buyers to get RockTape, and it'll be right there for you. It is in stock and ready to go. We had to wait 6 months because of all the hoopla about the MSPV, but we got through it, and it is standing by. If you look in the formulary, RockTape is listed right there. So let's go on and get this thing going. We don't have to wait anymore. Just request it, and it will be there. But either way, thank you very much. Email me at the1legbandit at Maness Veteran Medical, or call me 727-452-5452 if you have any questions. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.